Hey guys, this is Mr. Saints Godzilla 21, and sadly Flippy isn't doing analysis videos anymore, but with his permission I'll be doing them from now on. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing you should notice is the new icons on the HUD. The 5 wings represent how many boosts you can do in the air. This may be upgradable later on, and also there's a new superpower that'll be shown later in the video. Anyways, here we get a look at the new action button attacks, and I must admit these are pretty cool. It also looks like we're getting the same notoriety system from Saints Row 4. It appears that Gat isn't getting hurt. This is either because it's a demo or the invincibility upgrade is returning. When you pause the video here, you can see a weapon called the lava cannon. It's probably the primary weapon all the enemies use. Here you can see 4 new weapons and 2 old weapons returning. The new weapons are the Warhammer, the Exodus 10, the crossbow, and one of the 7 deadly sin weapons called the Armchair Armageddon. This will be explained a little bit later. And the 2 old weapons that are returning are the RPG and the heavy pistol. Unfortunately, it's been confirmed that there won't be any customization in this game, so that means that new rocket launcher skin is just a default rocket launcher now. Anyways, here's the Exodus 10 in action. It fires out waves of locusts. I'll be fast forwarding segments that aren't too exciting. Here we finally get to see the Armchair Armageddon in action. It has a primary and secondary attack like the America gun. Its primary attack is 2 turrets in the front, and its secondary is a wave of missiles sort of like the VTOL. It appears that the feature of jumping in ambulances and being able to do activities is returned. This was really fun to do on Saints Row 2. This activity is called Rambulance. You have to run over enough pedestrians before the time runs out. When you pause the video here, you'll see a text on the right that says the winter view explored. Maybe this means Viola will be returning. This is where we get a good look at Gat's flying ability. And if you pause it here, you can see a purple cluster that looks like it moves around. It kind of reminds me of Crackdown where you have to chase all the agility orbs. And now we get to see the new activity called Hellblazing. It's just like Trailblazing in Saints Row 4, except for you're flying around this time. There's not much that happens through here. You can see Gat using up his stamina bar for his wings. In this part of the video, Jim Boone explains this is the deadest part of the city. This must be where they copied most of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Sorry for all the long parts with no audio. It looks like the bronze, silver, and gold rating system is returned. There seems to be a new type of currency called wages. Here we get to see the Warhammer in action and 2 of the new superpowers. One of the new superpowers lets you spawn creatures called imps. They're kind of like Sassel charges except for they attack people. Now we get to see the Warhammer in action. Every time you strike the ground with it, it sends a lightning strike from the air. It does a similar animation to the Decker's hammer in Saints Row 3. Here we get a look at a pirate ship that's really similar to the one in Saints Row 2. It looks like there's a new type of weapon that limits your flying in certain areas. Here we get to see the crossbow and a new superpower called Worship in action. Worship kind of works like Buff, except for it makes people bow to you instead of catching on fire. These are new stronghold areas where you have to rip out hearts of spires. There's a total of 26. If you look in the background, there's a new type of enemy. We've seen them before, but we're not quite sure what they do yet. Now the player's heading to one last activity where you have to fight warden-like bosses. Well, except this looks 100% more epic. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully Flippy will want to continue doing analysis in the future. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. I think you like Godzilla. Roar!